And this is the stuff that nobody's going to want to hear. There's going to be a lot of people who turn off this podcast and close my book when I tell them that, hey, there's no easy way to do this. You have to start by trading your time for money. What does that mean? Like, you go find something that you can do. And if you have no skill, it's even harder. There's a lot of people with skill where they can go trade their time for $100, $200, $500 an hour. Maybe they know how to take trees down in really dense neighborhoods. They know how to take trees down. Boom. You know how to do that. You can make $1,000 an hour on your time. If you have a big ass piece of equipment and a guy on your side who knows how to do it, one tree crew can make $5-6 grand in a day doing work. So maybe it's $500 an hour, $300 an hour. Then there's people with no skill. They don't know how to do anything like that. And my advice is always the same. Go clean something, move something, or repair something. And trade your time for $50 an hour. Then trade it for 100. And then when you start trading your time for $100 an hour, you have the money to hire somebody for $25 an hour and start to build a real business.
Yeah. So my friend's son, he's 16, and he just made $1,000 in one day with a squeegee, cleaning people's windows door to door. He's still in high school. That's incredible. Like, that's a sweaty startup. So, all right. So you have no money. You start with trading your time for the most amount of money that you can because you have a skill. Maybe you can chop down a tree. Okay. You can clean a window. Now, let's say you have a little bit of money. I have some friends in this boat. They're scared to death to leave that cubicle because they're getting that salary, but they've done fairly well. What's the leverage that you'd be grabbing a hold of? Yeah.
This is the hardest question and the hardest problem, is that the most addicting thing in the world of all time that I can think of, the most addicting thing there is a paycheck every 2 weeks. Because once you get it, you start spending it. And once you start spending it, you have to have it. So it's a really, really tough spot to be in. And I had somebody send me an email that has become a friend of mine. He's like, Nick, I want to start a business. Like, okay, tell me about you. Like, tell me about what you skill. He says, okay, I can do this, that, and the other. These are my skills. I was like, okay, now tell me about your nights, weekends, and how much of that you're willing to sacrifice. And he's like, oh, well, that's the problem. He's like, I got church on Sunday. I play in the band. Then Sunday night we do family dinner. My kids are in. I coach the baseball team, and we have practice on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. I do date night every Friday night with my wife. On Saturday, we love to go to the football games, and I like to play golf. So I have almost no free time at all. I'm either working or doing all those things. I was like, well, how much of that are you willing to like not do in exchange for freedom and leverage down the road? And he's like, I don't know. I can't not coach my kids' games. My kids are really important to me. I can't not go to church. Family dinner is also really important. And I'm like, okay, well, we're done here. Like, you are going to be addicted to a paycheck the rest of your life.
Yep.
Just the unfortunate side. Like, everybody wants the passive income, and there's no such thing at the beginning. You have to trade your time for money. So if you're not willing to give your time on nights, weekends, whenever, you're not gonna be able to hack it. And I think my father-in-law is the ultimate, and even my dad, like the folks who were born in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, like, they grew up doing side projects on the weekends. They didn't coach little league teams. They flipped houses on the weekends. My father-in-law built a little mobile home park and sold it, made 40 grand. And like, these little things like add up over time and give you more and more leverage, more cash in the bank, and make you wealthy over time. For some reason, culture has really frowned upon that nowadays.
Yeah, but like your friend that said, like, I don't have any time. It'd be interesting to see his phone stats and see, like, how much is actually spent on social media versus like learning, or how much is spent on Netflix versus like producing, right? So yep. I think there is more time than what people realize, but they blow it in ways that it's not productive.
Yeah, I think look, if you're making 70 grand a year, you can start working 10 hours a week on the side and replacing that income. If you're making, what's the math? 100, 180, 190 bucks an hour doing something.
Yeah.
And as soon as you replace that income, bang, you can quit your job and you have an extra 40 hours to do what you need to